Hello, I'm Ben Maracle, and welcome to where Hollywood is taken seriously. Today, my guest, Steven Sibilia, and I will be reviewing the film Joker, which is directed by Todd Phillips. Joker is a dark origin story of one of the most iconic villains in all of comic books, and is also a deep and disturbing look inside the making of a psychopath. This time around, Joker, whose real name is Arthur Fleck, works as a clown and a wanna-be-taken-seriously comedian.
But after losing his job, he has a mental breakdown, and the transformation into who we know as the Joker begins.
What did you think about the Joker?
I like the Joker a lot. I think, the main thing that we're going to talk about here is Joaquin Phoenix's performance. I loved it. I think you loved it, right?
I loved it, but I didn't love it enough to say an Oscar nomination.
Yeah, so I think you said you would want, SAG and Golden Globe?
I want SAG and Golden Globe nominations.
Okay.
Right now.
Not winning, though?
Well, we haven't seen what Oscar is going to bring us.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, I thought it was, a great performance. I think it's deserving of any award it gets nominated for. I personally would like to see an Oscar, but, it might not happen. No. I mean, I've seen Joaquin Phoenix lose a bunch of times where I think he really should have won. So I'd like to see him get an Oscar for something. In this one, I'd be totally okay with seeing it. But who knows? Oscar season is a little.
Do you think this was the most realistic Joker? Did he put on the performance of a realistic Joker? Because if you look at Heath Ledger, it's believable, but it is comic book.
Yeah, it's comic book. It's very kind of far-fetched and like action movie-esque, With Joaquin Phoenix, this Joker is just another guy that you could see on the street. And so that's what makes it a little more unsettling even, is that he's just a normal guy who all of a sudden just transforms basically into this Joker. And you kind of watch it happen and stuff, and it's not like with Heath Ledger, he just came in as the Joker and he was this, big, he had a bazooka, machine guns, everything.
Yeah, and he tells 3 stories about how he became the Joker.
Exactly, yeah.
He had a very big
creepy presence.
But, yeah. The music was very good.
Yeah.
The music they played in the background, I thought they did a good job picking the music.
Yeah, no, I think both score and pre-existing songs, they used White Room by Cream at one point. And it was very effective. It was right at that scene where Joker's driving in the back of a cop car through the city of madness that is Gotham City now. Yeah. And I think that song fit very well, and it worked good to kind of establish, the mood that they wanted to give across, as did the rest of the music too. So.
The fact, and this also has to do with the ending, that they bring in Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
I loved it, and at first I thought, they're not going to show his parents being killed.
Yeah.
And when they did, I thought, good job.
Mm-hmm.
They showed what they should have showed.
Exactly, I agree.
He didn't kill them.
Nope.
Which was a good idea on the writer's part.
It would have been too kind of on the nose if they had the Joker, he becomes Joker, and then he kills Batman's parents. It'd be a little
repetitive.
Yeah, it wouldn't fit well with the rest of the story. I think, like you said, it works much better with it just being someone inspired by him that put on just the clown mask, and it's the random mugging that it was in the comics. It's just alleyway, and both of his parents die. I think it was really cool how we got to see some of the other Wayne family members that we haven't seen in the past. Thomas Wayne is huge in this one. And he's really, the main one.
Oh, yeah, I have to correct you on that. Thomas Wayne was shown for a little bit in Batman Begins.
Yeah, but I know. But, what I meant is, you get to see, him campaigning, his relations with other people, more kind of personal conversations that he had.
That also, as far as I know, was an original plot point there.
Yeah, definitely. Having him much more involved in this absence of kind of Batman a little bit. I mean, Bruce Wayne is in there, but this is just like the Waynes before Batman.
Right.
It's very, I think it's a real interesting kind of look into that.
That was very good, and there were some twists, very good twists.
Definitely.
With that.
One of the twists in the movie that I really liked was the Joker's mother. I thought that was very interesting, the way they went with her character. Just at first, you think she wants to get in touch with Thomas Wayne again because she was together with him at some point. But then, as you find out, she was really just crazy the whole time, and she was abusive and manipulative. And I thought that was really kind of interesting to take, like, you know, Joker. It's not just Joker who's the crazy one. Everybody who surrounds him kind of turns into that. Like his mother, his immediate family they all went crazy.
Right, and that was a good part of the story.
Yeah, I think that
because
makes...
if they didn't do that, it wouldn't have fit. Nothing would have...
Yeah, no, it definitely... It makes Joker a lot more interesting, I think, to see, like, kind of where he kind of came from and what he grew up in, and those kind of dynamics that he has with his mother. I think added a lot to the character in the movie overall.
The character also is Arthur Fleck.
Yeah.
With his girlfriend or whoever that character...
Yes.
I don't even remember the name of the character.
Yeah.
Because, like you said, it was unnecessary. But my one argument here with you is, didn't it make him look more like he had a life outside of his Joker-like world?
So... Maybe, but the whole point about this movie is that we're supposed to see the Joker world. And so I think showing him working that job as the clown and all of those things are fine and entertaining enough just to see him. I don't think he needs like a side character to kind of carry him through the other scenes. Like I would much rather it have just been him the whole time. Like his mother I think is good, and she's a good part. But, like, I was really hoping we wouldn't get too many side characters, and by the end of the movie, I just didn't really feel that I got much out of that character like I did the other characters.
So that you're saying the only side character that was good was Thomas Wayne?
Thomas Wayne, I think his mother was good as well. And then, yeah, they were the only ones. I mean, his coworkers are fine, but they're not in it for too much. But, yeah, definitely the standouts would have been Thomas Wayne and his mother.
This is not a child's film. This is not your
absolutely not.
Basic comic book movie.
Yeah, no, it definitely...
This is violent.
Yeah.
How violent do you think it really was compared to any movie? Forget the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Sure. So, like, compared to what other movies, then?
Just movies that contain violence, not action violence, real, like, intense violence. Because to me, that kind of violence didn't start until the last 45 minutes of the movie.
Yeah, definitely it comes later on. It's very slow burn, and it sort of builds to that. And I think that helps to make, like, because when the violence happens, it doesn't happen a lot. Right. And it's very kind of contained in a room or something like that, up until they have the riots, of course. But the violence, I think they used it, it's very unsettling, and it's deeply disturbing when it happens, because you have followed this guy through the whole movie, and you've seen him kind of, you know, fall into this kind of madness that he lives in. And so I think that made it much more effective, that it didn't have to be this huge action set piece that was, like, intensely violent. It could be much more contained, and that's really, it meant more to the story if it was like that, more small scale up until the end. Right. But, like, building up, I think they were very effective in, like, showing sort of smaller acts of violence that were just as disturbing as a larger one would have been if they had written that into the script.
Yeah, that is true. And I told you that I think it would be very interesting, yet they're not going to do it.
Yeah.
If this were to be a good way to start a DC universe for R-rated movies.
Yeah, that would definitely be like an interesting move on their part if they wanted to like do anything like maybe a Red Hood storyline or something like that with Batman, or if they wanted to spread it out even more. But I think it's like you said, I don't think they're going to end up doing that. I really hope this movie doesn't get a sequel. I would like this just the way it is, and I'd like it if it kind of just stayed just the Joker movie, and that's as far as they ever went.
That's probably what is going to happen.
Yeah, I think they're in the perfect place right now.
Yeah, that's true. Thank you very much for coming on.
Thank you.
And what is your grade?
My final grade for Joker is going to be a B+.
My grade for Joker is an A. Thanks for watching, and I hope you keep watching my future reviews. You can like Where Hollywood is Taken Seriously on Facebook. You can also email me at wherehollywoodistakenseriously@gmail.com with your thoughts and opinions on Joker. And remember, this is where Hollywood is taken seriously.